This section is all about gate cards. Not only what they are and what they do, but how to choose them and how to use them to make your Bakugan force unstoppable.
Gate card set!
Here is your average, or not so average, gate card. It has 5 basic areas. First is the artwork. Sometimes it gives you a hint as to which attribute will benefit most from that gate card. Second is the name on the card, which appears on the right. Third is the frame color. Gate cards come in 3 frame colors: silver, copper, and gold. Remember, you need to have one of each color in your force when you play a game of Bakugan. The fourth element of your gate card is the gate attribute bonuses lined up on the left-hand side. Remember, the gate attribute bonus corresponds to the Bakugan that are being played. For instance, on this gold Lone Wolf gate card, Pyrus would get an attribute bonus of 50 and a Subterra would get an attribute bonus of 70. The fifth and probably most interesting element of the gate card is the text box at the bottom of the card. The instructions in the text box take effect right when they are turned over at the start of every battle. And remember, whatever the text on the card says overrules any of the regular rules of the game. Let's go through the different framed colored cards to see which ones are best for you and some clever ways you can play them to help you become a Bakugan master. Let's start with the silver framed gate cards. They are probably the easiest to play because most of them don't even have text. So when you're choosing a gate card, select those that give you the highest attribute bonus for that Bakugan you have. For instance, the Flare's gate card has a really nice gate attribute bonus of 180 for Pyrus Bakugan. It's also important to look at the attribute bonus for other Bakugan on the playing field to make sure that your opponent doesn't get a large attribute bonus from your gate card. Let's move on to the copper-framed gate cards, which are very good at helping Bakugan climb from behind in battle. This gate card is called Tricky Gate, and when you read the text box at the bottom, it says that the Bakugan with the lowest G power wins the battle. You can see how this might help a guy out. Now, check this one out, the G power exchange. Just like the name, the text on the bottom says the Bakugan have their printed G power swap. That certainly changes things, doesn't it? You want to use copper-framed gate cards like these when you're playing with a very low G-powered Bakugan. When you're in a situation where the gate card offers a win to the lowest G-power, or a G-power swap, you want to make sure that the attribute bonuses are low. If you're using a high G-powered Bakugan, it'll be trickier to find a good copper-framed gate card. You may just want to look for a card with a good attribute bonus. Last but not least are the gold-framed gate cards. You'll notice that these cards almost always benefit a certain Bakugan. If you have gold-framed gate cards that work with a particular type of Bakugan, you want to play them when you have that Bakugan available to roll. In fact, they're often named after their particular Bakugan.
Like this Wormquake and Limulus card.
Even the text box is usually written with that Bakugan in mind. One strategy with these gold-frame gate cards is to play with as many of the matching Bakugan as you can so that the card can offer the most power possible. Taking that one step further, if you choose one of the gold gate cards that calls out a specific Bakugan, like Limulus here, why not use more than one Limulus Bakugan in your force? This way you're much more likely to fight over that gate card with a Limulus. Nothing worse than fighting over a gate card with a wrong Bakugan. Another way to approach it is to just select your card based on the highest attribute bonus on the card. For instance, this Limulus card offers a pretty high bonus to Darkus. Gate cards go onto the field when the field is empty. But a true Bakugan master doesn't just randomly select gate cards. He chooses his gate cards thoughtfully, because he knows that playing the right gate card at the right time can make all the difference. Things to think about when playing your gate cards. Some gate cards are more valuable if you play them early because they can still impact the game from the used pile. Some of these gate cards affect the player with the most gate cards in his used pile, or the least ability cards in his used pile, or some other condition in the game. Make sure you save these cards for a moment when you know one of these conditions exist in your favor. Most Master Bakugan players play their silver gate cards last, because over time, they realize that text on the other card is actually more powerful than just attribute bonuses.